engage, but they should be able to put on a fair bit of pressure there towards the top side.
And we get the Victor lock in here.
Thinking about coming through. Look, should be the Rift Scuttler lockdown for Peanut as Carrier phase checks. Hook is going to miss onto Ellum though as Kellen's in a lot of trouble. Faker doesn't have the Emperor's Divide, but they're not going to need it. That's going to be Zeus picking up first blood. Welcome to the LCK in my favor. This is going to be the Drake just delivered over to Nongshim. They did have priority, and of course KaiSser. This is definitely a series for Faker to have his 600th game opportunity. As Zeus possibly in trouble here as Peanut's trying to lock him down. The Narbar coming on through. Really good game sense from Zeus to make sure that he can get towards Faker, who flashes in for his divine. Zeus is still alive, and they're asleep. It's a double kill for the Lily. Gang towards the bottom side that Gumayusi and Carrier seem to have absolutely no interest in. As Faker's roaming down as well. That's going to be the stun from Carrier. Peanut taking a bit of damage from that Void Seeker as the hook's going to go wide, and this is just a free Drake over to T1.
Yeah, I'm actually happy that Nongshim don't like try to commit hard plays. Thus far, does not look like they're doing that at all. They're pushing the envelope constantly as Carrier goes in.
Whoa, the big old flash forward as there's the Gravity Storm. Does do decently, but the stun down, and that is a very, very dead Bay. The Watch Out Eat doesn't necessarily work, but thankfully Solar Flare stuns for about 3 trillion years. And so that is definitely a dead victim.
You know, your flash gone, and it's so hard for Nongshim because now you're just leading objective left and right. You're really getting out-tamping. They can't really get anything going, and Faker can just solo the Drake. And you were kind of saying it in Just Atlas, but this does feel like the type of game. Rich, you are not allowed to beat them, my man.
Well, I mean, he does have a turret, theoretically, but let's see whether that does anything at all, as the tower's going to go down, and they're not going to go after the Renekton.
Right, so that looks really troll, because it looks like you can hard engage, but T1 are not going to risk it. But it does look very funny, if you know where everyone is.
Nicely, but Rich immediately has to get out, and Faker does a lot of damage at Conquering Sands. Who's terrifying is, oh, that was not the time to Blade Caller. Doctor does manage to flash out, but in goes Gumayusi, and Ellum's going to take a nap underneath this turret. Does go golden, that should try and keep him alive, but he's still going to be dead. And that is another engage. The re-engage towards the top side. Bay's going to go down immediately. Peanut now running for the hills. The Crocodile going to be in trouble, and the sleep finally does come down. I actually thought Ellum used that before, but not actually going to get baited by the stopwatch.
From the Leona ultimate, because that is not something you can really afford, and T1 discontinued.
Kellen gets taken down, and basically the beginning of that fight was the fight.
Oh, that was it. Yeah, it was immediately over, because that's your main damage source, and he has also a Branduin's Omen. And that's like just a...
2 levels ahead as well. It's a level 16 Gnar.
Yeah. So, and that's like the feeling that you get in every single lane, right? Like, it's not bad. I say Zeus.
Yeah, he might be in a little bit of trouble here as he does get Mega Gnar. There is the Gnar back. It's going to get rid of 3 of them for now. We'll see whether he can move fast enough. They're going to bring an extra person as Asterix does go off. In he goes once again. That's the double wall. The sleep comes down. Zeus is unkillable in this game. What the hell was that? Almost the triple kill there as the Empress Divide gets rid of Rich. He flashes on back in. He wants to try and take down Faker, but he just doesn't have enough damage. It's a double kill for the Azir in the end, and this may just be the game.
Can you get a more perfect introduction to the LCK? What a debut coming out here from Zeus, because that looked like everyone would have forgiven him if he died there, right? Like, it's happened. It
yeah,
happens.
Of course.
It's your first game. It's fine. But instead, he turns it around, and T1 is looking a lot better today, Atlas.
I think so too. I think they're onto something with this particular roster as in goes Faker, looking for a bit of damage there onto Kellen. He's free food. Peanut's going to be the same thing. Sort of like the bag of peanuts that you get when you're on the aeroplane. And really, because Peanut's going to be doing a lot of damage, we've seen his Nidalee before, and he is 100% a hard carry when it comes to this pickup, has been for years, in fact. As you know, picking KaiSser into the Curse of Fate or anything like that, as finally a phase breaker comes in. And Bay is going to be able to trade back quite decently, but you can see Faker now with those wild cards getting boosted up, certainly able to take care of these minion waves very comfortably. And Ellum utilizes the extra power that they do have with all of that wave clear and takes down a Drake.
Yeah, this is also, of course, the power of Voodoo, as Teddy's probably going to flash.
Yeah, is he going to make it? No, he's not. That's going to be first blood going over to Peanut, right back away. Understands that this wave is going to be pushing towards safety for the Jace. There's a stun that it does come in, but Rich still taking a lot of damage there. To the skies comes in. Ellum in a great position as Faker looking for a Destiny Bay. Wants to get the interrupt, and he does so. Faker not going to make it up there. And now T1, they're looking to back away. Bay's going to take the inside track, though. It will be a 3 versus 2 as they get into the alcove. It's not where you want to be as Zeus goes down. Peanut grabs another kill. Facebreaker onto Elm, and he has to run for the hills. He does so, gets to safety. The flash out from Peanut. Good hook is going to
really, really important, right? T1 is going to pick up either a Mount or an Infernal. Will be an Infernal. I really appreciate you giving me...
Rotates down, and Peanut's going to continue his assault on the jungle. There's the showstopper, though, as Zeus immediately having to flash away, but I don't think it's going to be enough. And Faker, he thought about it, but then he was like,
if he wanted to, but I don't mind that he didn't. The thing is, though, even though these skirmishes are going kind of rough, I say, as T1 goes in deep here.
Yeah, and Bay's actually going to say thank you for it, as there's the crash down from Kellen. A lot of flashes as Carrier and Teddy try to get out of there, but Rich turns up into the backline. Teddy immediately is eliminated. Elm now running for the hills as the Void Seeker comes in, and that's going to be it. Docdom picks it up with a Killer Instinct. He may actually die from this one. Immediate cleanse. That was pretty Captain Jack. Liked it a lot. As he supercharges to try and get himself out of the way. Faker's Ignite not going to be enough. As now Rich finds himself underneath the turret. Faker goes golden. Hook is going to go wide, and the crash down will spell the death of the Twisted Fate. And Nongshim have woken up.
The tempo and skirmishing gameplay from Nongshim.
Sidestep was beautiful from Docdom as well. Just ever so slightly avoiding the wildcards, as the hook was a bit unfortunate. But I think the capitalization from Nongshim was fantastic. And already, like, the set mid has got the value that they needed it to. Like, this is the crazy thing. This is where I, was raising my eyebrows in the draft. Like, what is this set actually going to be able to provide? But Bay has been playing it very, very nicely and turning a lot of what T1's been trying to do against them. As once again, Bay's going to find Faker. The Stride Break is going to slow him down, and then Bay grabs the kill with the contribution on his very, very powerful Nidalee. And I'm thinking that maybe he should just...
He's going to come in from the flank. They don't have vision of him.
Yeah, this is really dangerous. Void Seeker does come down. Teddy, Featherstorm very, very early as Bay comes on in. There's the flash. Looking for Teddy right now. Carrier is going to be taken down. Teddy finds himself in relative safety, and Bay has to use the showstopper. Not on the Xayah, which is absolutely the target that he was looking for. Blast Cone gets Faker to safety. Zeus is a little bit behind enemy lines, but he should be okay for the moment. As, oh no, I think they spotted him. There's the Void Seeker as well, as Docdom going to cancel the back, and Zeus is going to have to go for a run, I think. As Peanut, he's coming over, everyone collapsing onto Zeus, who's just like, nah, I'm getting this. We'll see whether he can actually, I don't know.
Drake is spawning, like, they need to not go on him. It's 25 seconds. You can't give him this save point.
Well, I mean, he does buy a lot of time, like you say.
Over-aggressive plays repeatedly. And again, this is a T1. Yes, their first game was exceptional, but they've been here before. They have been one game up, looking very dominant, and it's gone wrong plenty of times. So I think this is T1 fighting against himself to say as Rich is found.
Yep, Gold Card is going to come in, but Faker doesn't have a lot of damage right now, and Rich is pretty tanky. There's the Dominus. Gold Card comes in. Carrier and Teddy are going to be in position. Peanut looking to try and turn up. There's the flash forward. Stun comes down onto Teddy. Immediately he has to Featherstorm. Gets into melee range with Rich, but will survive for the moment. Not enough to grab the kill. Faker goes in, gets baited by Rich. He does go down. Not even sure what that was.
A bounty because he's 288 CS because it's Teddy, and they've been
he's Teddy, yep.
funneling a lot. Oh, Teddy. Teddy?
Oh, no. What? He just kills him! Docdom's just dead, and he makes it to safety. This is exactly what we're talking about. And that's very scary.
But T1 does know what's happening. Back comes the engage.
Yep, the crash down comes forward. This is a great engage out from Nongshim as Docdom grabs the kill onto Faker, but does have to make his way out of the fight. Teddy at full health as he dashes his way to the side. Elm now getting himself into position. The Haymaker from Bay, not enough to deter Teddy right now, who just walks past him. That's going to be enough autos. Elm actually grabs the kill, and now T1 can push forward. Rich will get stunned up, and look at the damage from this Xayah. Rich gets on top of him, but he still had Featherstorm, so Teddy easily able to lock down that kill. Top lane, Faker, Destiny almost available once again, as he does find a decent little stun there onto Kellen, who takes off his health bar. Peanut just executes Zeus. There's the Destiny to make sure that they have vision. Bay not going to be able to find the flank for free as Elm wants to try and take this one, but he is behind 2 levels like you were talking about. Stun comes in. There's the Magnet Storm crash down as Kellen gets a really good engage. Teddy finds himself again in a great position as Docdom gets behind him, but he's not able to execute. Carrier does fall down. Peanut grabs another kill, but still 5 members of Nongshim are closing in on T1. Faker and Elm are going to have to try and protect Teddy. Can the Fountain Laser actually make it work? Good stun is going to land, and he will fall down. Rich grabs the kill. That is Elm immediately falling afterwards. Zeus wants to try and be a hero, but he's not going to be able to. It's a double kill for Dr. This will be the Baron. And not
that Baron. And then it becomes so much harder to play out the sub-channels when this was looking much better. Teddy!
What the heck? He just comes
What
in
is
and
this
executes.
game?
Now they're looking for another one. Rich gonna get stunned up as Ellen's just gonna boop him. They do manage to get him onto the box, but he's very tanky, and Carrier takes a lot of damage, but T1 have still won this fight, even if Rich gets out of here as Kellen dives on forward. The Magnet Storm is activated, but unfortunately, he's just gonna go down, and T1, they put the pressure right back on again, as now they're pinging the base of Nongshim.
And this is the problem with T1 composition. You don't really have engage, but they found a solution to that problem, and that is Teddy kills Dr.
Assassin Teddy. That's the game plan.
And it sounds like a joke, but they've done this 2-3 times in a row now. Like, it's legitimately just Teddy's season opening. Levels up.
Oh,
Hans 50-50 this.
17 Nidalee, yeah, hops on over, but it's Teddy that locks down. We'll see whether we get the Inner Wild Crocodile. Is Peanut gonna get taken? Sorry, yeah. Taking that to about half health as Teddy feather storms. Can he actually get into position? Oh, the face break is so good out of Bay. Faker's going to go down, and Bay gets right on top of the rest of the members of T1. And I have a feeling this is just it. That's the ace, and that's going to be the game. Nongshim will bring us to Faker's 600th.
I don't know if they have the wave. There's only a single minion. I think they should be able to tank the turret here. Yeah, never mind. They can take the turret. They're fine. Unbelievable. Yet again, it's the flank that comes in. Continuously, Nongshim have been able to find these flanks again and again and again. And this time it pays off. As you said, an insane phase break coming out from Bay, but it's Rich with the teleport that already secures it. And T1, you need to start sweeping. I want Zeus in a with a pick where he can just be okay, right? Like, he knows I can play neutralizer, I can be fine. I don't need to carry and pick up a free first Drake. And
yeah,
that is a good start. Alan might go for a dive here. I do feel like it's a little bit risky.
Yeah, B-Drop comes in. That's going to be the tumble, gets them out of the way. Only level 5, so no solar flares as the teleports come on in. Carrier trying to get as much CC as possible and actually gets the first blood. It's a disaster as Rich just delivered under the turret. Gumayushi grabs a kill, and it's all going wrong for Nongshim. They get 1 kill onto Carrier, but it still looks really good. The ulti comes down, but Gumayushi locks down the kill. It's a double for the Vayne. And now Faker rotates in, looks to try and lock down Doctarm where he can. The Seraphine trying to run as Faker's already moving over to try and kill her as he takes down the KaiSser. And now Kellen's going to be dead as well. It's a big old thumbs up for Zeus. A double kill for the man in the mid lane. And
overcommit this much is just... that should
we're
never
going
happen.
for it again as Carrier doesn't have Aftershock anymore. He's likely to die here as the beat gets dropped. And that is going to be Leon. Free Drake over to T1. And it's once again just really good early control of the map. And we need to see this continue from this team because the lead is not enough to be considered game over or anything like that. Of course, it's 11 minutes, so that's never going to happen. So we need to see this continue, and there's the Cloud Soul that I promised to you earlier on. And look, they're going to be moving a bit faster. They're going to have some CDR on their ultimates. That's good news as Bay is going to turn back up. He doesn't have a flash, remember. Scatter the Weak is good, but there's a Ragnarok. And that is going to be a very dead Syndra. Faker comes over for this.
Wow.
Gumayushi is going to be able to even get the minion wave as well. Voidsick. Oh, God, I was scared. Okay, in he goes. Doctarm gets the cleanse. And we'll be able to keep Orianna, things like this that do scale very, very well. It's still an Olaf, you know, who's not necessarily going to have the greatest time. It's going to be better
about the side of T1, right? Like their spikes, like how far ahead their key carries are. Fortunately for Nongshim, and it's the reason why, in combination with like the front line and setup that they
in the first game, but unfortunately it was denied. So we had to wait until game number 3, as the Cloud does go over to Peanut. Zeus now being found by Rich, who does have a decent horn angle, as Faker finds Peanut on the backside. There's going to be the tower taken down though. I think Typhoon's
of course.
Fantastic,
super
cool, but like Ceaseless Hunger, hate it. Not a big fan.
I like Dayside from Divine Sunderer. I think that one's
that is Scatter the Weak is as scary as it can be. It's throwing through as many as he can. There are so many buttons being pressed, and now Rich pulls the trigger. That's a triple knock-up, and in goes the charm as well. But T1, they keep themselves in it. Shockwave only lands onto Peanut, who soaks a lot of damage and will be taken down. Now Gumayusi trying to take the fight into his own hands, and Bay gets back to the rest of his team.
But that flash is really valuable.
Yeah, well, we're going to look for it once again as there's the Shockwave. Doesn't do too much as Peanut's able to soak a lot of that damage. That's the Ornhorn from Rich on the backside. Carrier looking to try and make his way out as this Olaf is massive. Peanut will be taken down. Zeus here, another Brit down pretty quickly. This will be a 4v5. We'll see where the Baron is going to work out for Nongshim as there are low health bars. Gumayushi's is at full as now Rich gets body slammed. Doesn't have the Ornhorn, remember, as they will be just taking down this Baron. It's the Olaf able to lock it down, and Rich just too far forward. Unfortunate. And then guarantees that that one will push Rich back and gets even more for T1. As now the Baron pushes in, and this gold lead break open the base, and you can see this inhibitor turret is still limping from before.
Alan?
Yep, Alan's just doing some limit testing here, seeing how many turret shots that he can take and shrug off. And I think the number is quite large, by the way. As, now Bay's going to have to come back.
Not to play, unless, you know, especially not with this composition. What I've been seeing so far is that Nongshim, I think that's when they look the best. And these front-to-back team fights, they don't seem as comfortable.
Well, Rich needs to start doling out these Ornn upgrades as well. The Udyr, as this tower is going to be the focus. Very tanky as Elm doesn't care about being stunned up or anything like that. It's going to mean less and less as the game goes on. As Peanut, possibly caught in the wrong position, takes a blast cone but gets body slam for it. Slowed down there as now Gumayusi looking to get on top of him. Killer Instinct comes in as Doctorm moves out of the way, cleanses. The barrel goes completely wide, but Peanut still going to be taken down. Now Elam finds himself in the front line. Carrier trying to be a hero as Doctorm will be taken down on the back end. Rich trying to flash away as Gumayusi takes position on the front line. Elam gets rid of the Seraphine in like 1 or 2 axes. She is so squishy. Bay's going to get slowed down, and I think that this is going to be the game. It's a great stopwatch from Bay, but unfortunately he's dead as an afterthought. Rich finds the fountain, but he's not going to get anything done there, and I think T1 may have got the monkey off their back. They might be able to take down a game 3 in what feels like forever. They will do it. Their eyes set now on these Nexus turrets.
The 600th game of the living legend in the mid lane, Faker. A justified win, 41 here after what can only be described as